Hi friends, it's Miss Olivia, and this week's book is A Cherokee Story, Grandmother's Spider Brings the Sun. So let's go see what this book's about. Alright, by Gary Keems, illustrated by James Bernardin. So when it says by Jerry Keems, that means he wrote the book. But when it says illustrated, that means he drew the pictures. Alright, so let's see this cover. Look, we have a bear, we have a wolf, we have the fox, we have the moose, and there we have Grandmother's Spider. Alright, let's get into this book. Turn the pages. Alright. A long time ago, it is said that half the world had the sun, but the other side of the world was very dark. It was so dark that all the animals were always bumping into each other and getting lost. Wolf lived on this side of the world. He was tired of everybody bumping into him and asking him for directions. For you see, Wolf can see in the nighttime. You see Wolf, then you see all the other animals. Oh, you see Wolf again, and he doesn't look very happy. Wolf gathered all the animals together in a big cave. He got up in front of them and crossed his arms, and he said, "I am tired of everybody bumping into me and asking me for directions. I have an idea," he said. "I think we should go to the other side of the world and ask them for a piece of their sun. I think if we're nice, they'll give us a piece." Oh, who's this? It looks like Fox, or the coyote. Another animal jumped up. This was Coyote, known as the Trickster because he lies and cheats and steals. Coyote said, "No, no, 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 no. I don't think we should be so nice. If they're so nice, how come they haven't offered us a piece of their sun?" The other animals nodded in agreement. "I have a better idea," Coyote said. "I think we should sneak over there and just steal a piece." "Steal a piece?" said Wolf. "What are you talking about, Coyote?" Calm down, Coyote said. "We're not going to steal a big piece. We're only taking a little piece. They'll never even miss it." And that is what they decided to do. Then all the animals began asking, "Who is going to the other side of the world? How will they get there?" Everybody had an idea, but none seemed quite right. Then from the back of the room came a small voice. "Hey, I'll go. Wolf said, "Who said that? Come down here. I can't see you." Down to the front of the room came a little round animal with chubby cheeks. He was shy and quiet. He stood up in front of all the animals, and as he looked at all those hundreds of eyes looking back at him, he got kind of scared. He looked out over the crowd of animals, and he said in his timid voice, "Hi, my name is Possum. I think I can go to the other side of the world. You see, I've got these long, sharp claws, and I think I can dig a tunnel. And when I go all the way to the other side of the world, I'll take a piece of the sun, and I'll hide it in my big, bushy tail." And Wolf said, "Oh, a tunnel! That's the best idea yet." So you see right here on this branch, there's Possum. He's waving hi. And then there's Bear. He's like, And then you see a deer. So what do you think? Look at Possum. Let's see. So Possum went to the big wall of dirt at the back of the cave, stuck in his sharp claws, and began to dig and dig and dig and dig. Faster and faster and faster and faster. Possum disappeared inside the tunnel, and as soon as he gone all the way to the other side of the world. Now Possum had never seen the sun, so when he popped out of the other side, the light hit his eyes, and he was blinded. His eyes got all squinty, and he rubbed them with his dirty fist, saying, "Hey, I can't see." Well, you know, Possum's eye has been squinty and ringing with dirt ever since. Possum struggled over the sun, took a little piece, and put it inside his big old bushy tail. Then he turned around and came running back down the tunnel. Oh, look at Possum. Look at his tail. Looks like it's on fire. Possum ran faster and faster and faster. Something started to get hot inside his tail, but Possum kept running faster and faster. That something got hotter, and Possum kept running faster, and as he soon ran into the room where all the animals were waiting. They all saw smoke coming out of his tail, and they screamed, "Possum, your tail, your tail!" And they threw water on him. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The light was gone. When the smoke had cleared, Wolf looked up and said, "Oh no, Possum! Look at your tail! It's all skinny!" And you know, Possum's tail has been this way ever since. Okay. Wolf said, "We still don't have any sun. What are we going to do now?" A loud voice from the back of the room said, "Send me! I'll go!" Down to the front stormed a large bird with long black feathers all over his body and a crown of feathers on the top of his head. He held his head high and stuck his chest out as he marched importantly past the other animals. You see, this bird was a show-off. He thought he was the most beautiful bird alive. Look at him. He stood up in front of all the animal people and he said, "It's me, Big Bad Buzzard. I'll go to the other side of the world, and it won't take me long at all. But I wouldn't be so dumb as to hide the light in my tail. I'm going to hide it in my beautiful crown of feathers." Buzzard jumped into the tunnel and soared through the darkness, and it didn't take long at all until he came out of the other side. Buzzard took a piece of the sun, put it inside his crown of feathers, turned around, and soared back down the tunnel, faster and faster and faster. As he soon came down the tunnels, something started to get hot on the top of his head. Buzzard soared faster and faster, and something got hotter and hotter. Faster he soared, and as soon as he came to the room where all the animals were waiting, they looked up and they saw smoke coming from Buzzard's head. "Oh no, Buzzard, your head, your head!" They got water, and whoosh, 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 the light went out. Wolf looked up and said, "Buzzard, you're bald!" All of the buzzard's feathers crackled and fell down to the ground. Big Bad Buzzard got so shy and quiet that he ran and hid in the back of the room. And you know Buzzard has been bald ever since, and he still doesn't like anybody looking at him. You see Buzzard, the fire in his head, now he's bald. Oh, look at all the animals. And there's Grandmother Spider. They're all looking at her. Let's see what's gonna happen. Wolf said, "Possum burned his tail off, and now Buzzard's bald, and we still don't have any sun. What are we gonna do now?" A tiny voice from up above said, "Send me, I'll go." "Hey, send me, I'll go, I'll go." Wolf looked all around, but he couldn't tell where the voice was coming from. "Who is that? Where are you? Come down here where I can see you." Down from the corner of the ceiling squeaked a tiny voice, "Send me." And right there in front of the wolf landed a tiny spider. The spider looked up and Wolf looked down, and the wolf said, "Oh no, not you, Grandma. You can't go to the other side of the world. You're too old. And besides that, you're too slow." Oh, look at the fox, the bunny, the mouse. Look at Grandmother Spider. Looks like she's with her pottery. Well, this was Grandmother Spider. She had done many things to help the animals in her long life. She crossed her little arms and said, "I know I'm old. You don't have to tell me I'm old. But I want to help my people one more time. I need a piece of clay about so big, and you'll get me a piece, won't you, son?" Wolf went and got Grandmother Spider a piece of clay, and she sat in the middle of the room and began to chant. Soon she had worked the clay into a little bowl. She picked up that beautiful clay bowl and disappeared inside the tunnel. They say it took Grandmother Spider a long, 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 long time to get to the other side of the world. The sun guards were out now. They knew somebody was trying to steal some of their sun, and they stood in the tight circle around it. They weren't going to let anybody through. You see Grandmother Spider with her clay pot on her head, And then you see up here the sun guards guarding the sun. Oh, look at the sun guards. They don't look very happy. They look mean. Look at that one blowing fire. Oh, Lisa right here, grandmother spider. All right, the sun guards were mean-looking monsters. They had fire coming out of their heads. They had fire coming out of their mouths. Hiss! And they held their weapons ready for a fight. But grandmother spider was so tiny that they didn't even see her. She sneaked between them, went up to the sun, took a little piece, put it in her clay bowl, and sneaked back past the sun guards. She came back down the tunnel very slowly. It took her a long time to get her side of the world. And as soon as she got closer, something happened. The light inside her bowl began to grow. The little rays stretched out of the bowl. As soon as she came out of the tunnel into the cave, that ball of light was growing. She could hardly even carry it. All the animals came running to help grandmother spider. Blind possum and bald buzzard, wolf and coyote and bear and deer, and all the others. But the ball of light just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it got so big that the animals had to squeeze it out of the cave. And as it squeezed into the world, it bounced up into the sky. Boing! You see grandmother spider trying to carry the sun. You see the rays coming out of the pottery clay. Oh, look at this picture. We recognize this picture. It's the cover. They all look happy and dancing in a circle. It is said that from that day on, whenever grandmother spider would spin her web, the shape of the sun would be at the center. And you see, grandmother spider spins her web that way to this very day. Oh, you see grandmother spider in the middle. And that's the end of the book. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi boys and girls, we just got done reading Grandmother Spider Brings the Sun. Now let's go on to our activity. So what we're going to be doing today, if you looked in your Ziploc bag of activities, you're going to get supplies that need to make a pom-pom spider. So we're going to be making a pom-pom spider. How exciting does that sound? Alright, so I'm going to name off the supplies that we need. So what we're going to need is glue, some beads, a big pom-pom, it's going to be a spider, some googly eyes, and 8 pipe cleaners. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so step 1, cut out the pipe cleaners. We already did that. We have 8 right here. So we're going to put beads onto the legs. So let's do that. Let's grab our pipe cleaners, spider's legs. We're going to get some beads. You can design any type of way that you want your beads. Just have fun with it, okay? Right, so I'm going to put black on first, and then I'm going to do some red. I'm going to do some yellow. And what you want to do is you want to put them at the top, and then we're going to be putting them at the bottom, right here. Any type of design that you want. And we're going to be doing that for the rest of the legs. So you can do that. And it's going to look something like this. Alright? And we're just going to do that for the rest of the legs. Alright, so when you put beads on all of the legs, we're going to go on to the next, which is number 3. To create a small knot. Alright, so when we get our legs like this, we're going to create a small knot at the end. So we're just going to close it so none of your beads will fall off, like so. Just put a knot. And we're going to do that to all of the legs. Okay, next we're going to get our black pom-pom and we're going to glue the legs onto it. You can use glue or you can use a hot glue gun for extra sturdiness. If you use a hot glue gun, make sure your parent is around, but if you want to use glue, what you want to do is wait a while for the glue to dry a little bit and then stick it on to the black pom-pom. But for me, I'm going to use a hot glue gun. So what I'm going to do, put some glue right there. Place the leg onto the black pom-pom. You can hold it in place so the leg will be attached very well. Alright, we got one side done. Let's go on to the next side. Hold it for about, I'm gonna hold it for about 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right, when we're done gluing on our legs, we're gonna go and get the googly eyes, and we're gonna glue on the googly eyes. You can use 2 googly eyes, or you can use as many as you want. No. It's a very heavy spider. Alright, and we have our spider. Look how cute he looks. You can name your spider if you want, but this was such a fun activity. I hope you guys had fun too. I'll see you next time. Bye!